लाइव हो तो बताना, ठीक है? इज इट लाइव? हुआ क्या लाइव? क्योंकि मेरी हुआ ना. So, good evening all and welcome to the finals of the Qriosity 1.0, the business quiz sponsored by the Beautiful Minds Clinic. I am Shavit Day, the quiz master of the final round. Qriosity 1.0 is one of the flagship event of electrical department of RCOEM. This edition is the debut of the event and breadth of the country. So without any further ado, we will start by introducing our top 6 finalists. Please wait participants, we will have a buzzer check in a while. Just a second guys, I think we have some technical snag. ये स्लाइड चेंज क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? इधर कर इधर. हाँ ठीक. Okay, so on set. So we will start by introducing our top 6 finalists. First we have Zaman Khan from University of Hyderabad. So welcome Zaman. Then as our second finalist we have Ashwin AK representing Jain University Hyderabad. We welcome you Ashwin. Then as our third part, as our third finalist, we have Naki Kaul from IIM Ahmedabad. Welcome Naki to the finals. As our fourth finalist, we have Saurav Madanpuri from NIT Jamshedpur. Welcome Saurav. Then as our fifth finalist, we have Pritham Upadhyaya representing Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Bombay. Welcome Pritham. And last, we have Pratyush Goel from IIM Bangalore. So, so this was an interesting lineup of the finalists here that we have. So we will start with the rules of the game. So, so unlike the semi-finals, this will consist of 4 rounds. That is warm-up, lateral thinking, data analytics, and reverse lateral thinking. Now the scoring pattern for each round will be varying. For the first round, it will be plus 5 minus 5. For the second round, it will be plus 10 minus 10. For the third round, it will be plus 15 minus 15. And for the final round, it will be plus 20 and minus 20. Although, so it will depend on how risk you take and what strategy you play. So, so rather than the game of knowledge, it's also about the game of speed and agility. So, okay, so we will start by testing our buzzers. So I request Nachi Troll to press the buzzer. Okay, cool. Then I request Pratyush Goel. Okay. Then Saurav Madanpuri. Okay. Then Zaman Khan. Okay. Ashwin AK. Okay. And Pritham. Okay, cool. Pritham, can you please switch on your cameras? What is?
It's on at my end, like, I don't know.
Just your screen looks a bit frozen. It looks like your face, some screenshot of your image taken. It's on, but
okay, let me.
Yeah. Pritham, please rejoin.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better. Cool. Okay, so on buzzers tested, so we are good to go now. First is the warm-up round. So this will consist of 8 questions which are direct vision based questions. Storing pattern is +5 for right answer and -5 for wrong answer. Again, single attempt for each question throughout the round. Now, for some of the questions, it will have a visual as well as an explanation. The explanation may be non. So the participants are requested to hear out the explanation, because although from the vision you may not get the answer, but by listening to the question you may get hints. So it's up to you when you press the buzzer and you tell the right answer. If you are comfortable by the only the image, you can tell the answer then, or you can listen to me. In any way, you will get +5 and negation of -5 in case of wrong. Now, now uh, on here reading out the question, if I hear a buzzer there, indicating that the concerned participant knows the answer. So you have to think wisely before you buzz. Okay, so we are good to go. So we will start with question number 1 coming up on your screen now. In 1876, Mr. John became the superintendent of the Western Health Reform Institute. Okay, so we have Pratyush going on the buzzer. Yes, Pratyush.
So this is John Harvey Kellogg of Kellogg's.
Okay, so +10 to Pratyush, so +5 to Pratyush. It's indeed Kellogg's. Okay, so we have getting the first score from Pratyush. So question number 2 coming up on the screen now. It all started as a small Unani clinic in one of the bylanes of historic Old Delhi. Today, the company has become synonymous with integrity and high quality. Okay, so we have Pratyush Goel buzzing, Pritham Latin by a millisecond. So
Yeah, so
I
this is
guess
Hamdard, which
Hamdard.
makes Ruabza.
Yes, Hamdard is the right answer. +5 again to Pratyush Goel. Okay, so we are done with 2 questions. Now question number 3 coming up on the screen now. Which unlikely entity? Okay,
D-
so we have,
DRDO.
yeah, it's indeed DRDO. So DRDO produces these items through the Defense Research Laboratory. So +5 to Saurav Madanpuri. Okay, so question 4 coming up on the screen now. In his final 2 years, he was in intense pain caused by a disorder affecting his spine. On March 14, 1932, he shot himself in the heart, leaving a note which read, "To my friends, my work is done. Why wait?" Name this American entrepreneur after whom this music school at the University of... Okay, so we have Zaman Khan on the buzzer. Yes, Zaman.
This is Eastman of Eastman Kodak.
Yeah, Eastman is the right answer. So +5 to Zaman Khan. That was an excellent answer from Zaman. So now then question number 5 coming up on the screen now. This is a utopian novel published by Theodor Herzl, the founder of political Zionism in 1902. In 1910, Nahum Sotonov translated this German novel into Hebrew and named it after a Mesopotamian site near the city of Babylon mentioned in the book of Ezekiel. However, the title of the translation also became... Okay, so we have Saurav on the buzzer. Yes, Saurav.
Old New Land.
So I am looking for the name of a city.
In Mesopotamia.
Okay, so -5 to Saurav. I think it was a rush of blood. I will complete the question for this. However, the title of the translation also became the name of a city. Which city is this? That was recently in news due to a survey published by the Economist Intelligence Unit. So the answer was Tel Aviv. I guess Hebrew was a good hint. Tel Aviv was the answer to this. So -5 to Saurav Madanpuri. Okay, so next question is a non one. I So the next question coming up on the screen now. After red peppers reach their perfect shade of deep red, they are carefully handpicked. Okay, so we have Zaman on the buzzer. Yes, Zaman.
I'll say Tabasco sauce. Tabasco.
And how did you get that?
Huh?
And why do you say Tabasco sauce? Like, any hint?
Because you said it's something to do with chilies pepper, and also the cans here are used for the production of Tabasco.
Okay, so that was an outstanding answer from Zaman. So plus 5 to Zaman. So question number 7 coming up on the screen now. In the early 1900s, in Bologna, Italy, there was a great fervor in the electronic sector. Guglielmo Marconi was acclaimed throughout the world for the invention of radio telegraphy. So three brothers named Adriano, Bruno and Marcello started their epic journey. Okay, so we have Zaman Khan on the buzzer. Yes, Zaman.
Okay, I'll say Ducati. Ducati, the motorcycle brand.
Oh, excellent plus 5 to Zaman. It's indeed Ducati. So next question is an explanatory one. So be careful. So on the next question on the screen now. On the screen is two kinds of offerings from Ferrero. One is Kinder Joy. Okay, Pratyush Goyal on the buzzer. Yes,
Yeah, so I'll
Pratyush.
say that. Yeah, so in the US, the consumption of, I mean, a Kinder Joy which has a toy inside is banned because people generally chew out of it. So they came up with a separate variant which does not have a toy inside the Kinder Joy. So and hence the tooth separator, which is where you'll have one with the toy and the one without, so that children don't choke on that.
Okay, so I will consider it plus 5 to Pratyush Goyal. It was indeed the right answer because the FDA regulation says you can't have a non-nutritive objects embedded in edible foodstuff. So plastic toy is considered as a non-nutritive. So therefore, Kinder Surprise is banned in USA. So therefore, the Ferrero came out with Kinder Joy to meet the FDA rule. So indeed, Pratyush, that was the right answer. So plus 5 to Pratyush Goyal. So here we have done with the round 1. So we will have a quick score check for the round 1. Okay, so we have Saurav at nil, then Pritam Upadhyay at 0 apiece, then Pratyush Goyal scoring 15 points, Zaman Khan is at 15, Ashwin and Naki are yet to score. Although we have 3 rounds remaining, I am sure they will start scoring. Okay, so we are done with the round 1. So now we have the round 2, that is the lateral thinking. So this is again we have 6 questions. This is a traditional planet based question. Only difference is that the scoring patterns increases and it will be plus 10 for right answer and minus 10 for wrong answer. So all hands on the buzzer. We have question number 1 coming up on the screen now. Connect the following to a great Indian personality. Okay, so we have Zaman on the buzzer. Yes, Zaman.
M. Vishweshwaraya.
Okay, and why do you say that?
He's founded the State Bank of Mysore, was a member of the planning commission or something, then also founder of the college, and also was part of Tata Steel.
Okay, on their answer is right. But yes, it is M. Vishweshwaraya. So indeed, he is the founder of the State Bank of Mysore. He was an alumni of COEP. Then Planned Economy for India was a book written by him. And he was on the boards of Tata Steel. So that was a good plus 10 coming from Zaman. So plus 10 to Zaman. So question number 2 coming up on the screen now. What I am looking is a famous term. I am looking for a term. Okay, so we have Pratyush Goyal on the buzzer. Yes, Pratyush.
Yeah. So the term is meta or metaverse. So Snow Crash is the novel by Neil Stephenson, which gives the word. And then you have like Lyndon Second Life, which also is a metaverse. This thing, and I guess that this character is from a metaverse universe. I guess, and South Korea might be the first country. Like, something to do with, not sure, but
The answer is indeed metaverse. So plus 10 to Pratyush Goyal. So that was Kia, who is the first meta influencer from India. It was recently in the news. And then South Korea recently in 2021 formed a national meta alliance. So the overall answer is metaverse. Okay, so question number 3 coming up on the screen now. So what is the overall on these films? I am for looking for a specific answer. So we have Zaman on the buzzer. Yes, Zaman.
I'll say MF Hussein.
MF Hussein. And why do you say that? When MF Hussein is written on
Because
the.
Through the Eyes of a Painter is a.
But MF Hussein is written, so why would I have asked MF
Oh
Hussein?
shit.
So Zaman gets -10. Although for no points, does anyone want to try? For no points. बाजू हटो, बाजू. Okay, so the answer was all these films were produced by Government of India through their film division of India. So these were the only 4 films which were produced by the Government of India. So that was the answer. So Zaman Khan losing out on that. Okay, so we have question 4 coming up on the screen now. Connect the following to something. I did good clues on the picture. Okay, so we have Pratyush Goyal on the buzzer. Yes, Pratyush, what do you make out of
Yeah,
this?
so I'll guess the Wright brothers. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll guess the Wright brothers because I mean the top right you see first man to lunar landing. So the Kitty Hawk was the place where the Wright brothers flew their first plane from, and I think that is the piece of wood from that exact place. Mars, I guess. I mean, again, this might have been like some naming convention which is similar to that. And the evening item, this might be the news article where I mean they talk about the Wright brothers' first flight.
Okay, I guess you observed it well and got it from Kitty Hawk. So indeed, the Wright brothers is the right answer. So the Ingenuity connection was that the landing area for the 2020 Ingenuity was named after Wright brothers at the Wright field, and and that was indeed a newspaper started by Wright brothers. That is the evening item. Then it was initially they started the West Side News, and then it was renamed to the evening item. So we have +10 to Pratyush Goyal. Okay. So question number 5 coming up on the screen now. Connect the following to an Indian entity. Okay. I guess this was a pretty easy one. So the fastest on the buzzer was Nutty Troll. Yes, Nutty. What do you make out of this?
Wipro. Wipro.
Yeah. So Wipro is
Wipro.
the right answer. So +10 to Nutty Troll. Okay.
One second, Shavik. 1 second here. I just had an interruption here. 1 second. I just joined back.
Yeah, sure. We will wait for you.
1 second. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm back.
Okay, so one good to go. So the last question of this round coming up on the screen now. Connect the following. I guess this is an easy one. Okay, so we have Zaman on the buzzer. Yes, Zaman.
I'll say Google.
Okay, and how did you did that?
The magic faraway tree, the name Google appears in the book, and Google is also 10 raised to the power of 100.
Hmm.
So,
And any idea about AWU?
Alphabet Workers Union.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Alphabet Workers Union. It was started last year after the protest. So yes, the as explained by Zaman, the Dudun is the right answer. So +10 to Zaman Khan. So we are done with the round 2. So we will have a quick score check. Just a while as we ये टोटल है ना
हाँ नीचे नीचे ये वाला
ये इसका नहीं है
फर्स्ट राउंड था सेकंड राउंड था
ये सिर्फ सेकंड राउंड का टोटल है ना
पूरा चाहिए
Yeah, so we will wait for a 2 second to have a score check. हाँ टोटल निकाल आगे से टोटल निकालना Yeah, so Saurav and Pritham are at a 0 apiece. Then Pratyush Goel is at 35 points. Then Zaman Khan is at 25 points. Ashwin Ete is yet to score. And then we have Naki Troll at 10 points. So that was the score. So it was an interesting round 10 yet. So now we will come to round 3. So that is the data analytics. Okay, so the round 3 is the data analytics. So again you have 6 questions. The score will again increased by 5. That is, you win at plus 15 for right answer and minus 15 for the wrong answer. This is a no-no and equation based quiz. So we will have a demo for this so that you get to know of how to now get to the answer. So I request everyone to have a piece of paper around you, and I guess Pritham, the camera is off. Is that any issue, Pritham?
Yeah, see, it's on again. I don't know what's happening at your end.
Mm. Other participants, is it on?
Is it?
Yeah, it's on. Okay, no issues.
Yeah, that's on. It's on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so here we will have a short demo. So night, first one is we have three nodos, S plus one. So it's a very easy swiggy. So you have to calculate S plus one, that is W. Then we have Tata, from that you get A minus 1. In either way, you get T. And then we have Oculus, then C minus 1, that is we are getting O. So combining this, we get WTO. So uh, in this way, you will get some meaningful word as an answer, which will be related to the business. It will be either three digit, three alphabet, four alphabet, or five alphabet, irrespective. Now, what I'm looking is just the overall answer. You don't need to explain, or you can explain, but I am only interested in the overall answer. So, so we are good to go. So all
Just one thing, Shravik, just one clarification. So, for example, the third one is Oculus, right?
yeah.
So, U minus one can be either C or L. So, is that left for us to figure out, or we will get a logo where this is unambiguously the case?
Actually, see, it's a demo, so maybe it has been left out by us. But yes, for the actual questions, there will not be any problem as such. Even if it arises, then it's up to you because after all, the overall answer is a meaningful word. So in either way, you can get to the right answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but mostly there will not be any issue like that. Okay, so clear out with the rules. So we will start. Question 1 coming up on the screen now. What is the overall answer? A plus 2. Okay, so fast on the buzzer is Naki Tron. Yes, Naki, what is the answer?
Yeah, so this is Halo. Cathay Pacific gives H, McDonald's A,
Okay,
Walmart L, OneDrive O. Halo.
okay, so that's the right answer. So, so as said by Naki, it is Hello, Cathay Pacific, McDonald's, Walmart, and OneDrive. So plus 15 to Naki Tron. So question number 2 coming up on the screen now. M minus 1, then M plus 1, then we have T minus 2.
Please refresh the buzzer, yaar. Refresh the buzzer.
Okay, sorry, we couldn't reset, but yes, Pratyush is on the buzzer.
Yeah, so the overall correct is bank. So ITR is IBM, then Maserati, Netflix, and Kindle. So overall answer will be bank, BANK.
Okay, so we have Pratyush, right answer, plus 15 to Pratyush Goel. Okay, sorry for that buzzer part. We will take care of that. Yeah, so the answer was bank. IBM, Maserati, Netflix, and Kindle. Question number 3 coming up on the screen now. Then E plus 2, then A plus 2, then B minus 2, T minus 3, and S minus 1. So what do you get out of this? Okay, we have Pritham Upadhyay on the buzzer. Yes, Pritham.
I'll say Trump.
Trump. Okay, and how do you get that?
Air India, that's Colombia, Mastercard, PepsiCo.
Yeah, so that's the right answer. So we have plus 15 to Pritham. So that was BitTorrent, Air India, Columbia Pictures, Mastercard, and PepsiCo. So Trump being the overall answer. Okay, so the next question coming up on the screen now. J plus 2, O minus 3, A minus 1, then E plus 2, C minus 1. Okay, so the fastest on the buzzer is Zaman. Yes, Zaman. What do you make out
I
of
said
this?
Gucci,
Ruchi.
Jaguar, Cadbury, Videocon.
Okay. So plus 15 to Zaman Khan. So the answer is indeed Ruchi. So that was a Jaguar. Then we have Hugo. Then that's indeed the old owner of Cadbury. Then Videotron and SpiceJet. Okay. So the next question coming up on the screen now. So we have T minus 1, then T plus 2, then C minus 2. Okay, so fastest on the buzzer was Naki. Yes, Naki, what do you make out of this?
I'm getting SEBH. I think you probably meant to say Sebai, but it's SEBH that I'm getting.
Okay, so what is your answer?
Because it's E minus 1. SE.
Are you sure?
No, see, last one is E minus 1, which gives an H. If you make it E plus 1, you'll get SEBI. But I am getting SEBH.
Okay, so the answer is Sebi. Okay, we will consider.
Yeah, but that should be E plus 1. Then it's SEBI, not E minus 1.
Okay, so I just.
If it's E plus 1, it's SEBI. But it is, yeah, I wanted to say SEBI, but C plus 1 that gives.
Yeah.
Not E minus 1.
But yes, the. Should we
I
consider
mean, I gave you
that?
the correct explanation as well. So,
Yeah. Should we consider that? What do the other participants say?
Yeah, I mean, he should get points. He got everything right. And
Yeah.
It was your mistake, not his.
Okay, so yes, on it was our mistake, but yes, it was Naki. So plus 15 to Naki. So that was our bad. So Naki gets 15 points. The answer was Sebi. Okay, so the last question coming up on the screen now. O minus 1, S minus 2, and I plus 2. Okay, so we have again Naki on the buzzer.
yeah,
Yes,
this
Naki.
is RBI. Euro gives R, Airbus gives B, NVIDIA I plus 2I, RBI.
Okay, so that's the right answer. So plus 15 to Naki Tron. That's indeed RBI, Euro, Airbus, and NVIDIA. Okay, so we are done with the round 3. So we will have a quick score check in just a couple of seconds. Okay, so we have Saurabh at 0, then Pritham Upadhyay at 15 points, Pratyush Goel then at 50 points, then Zaman Khan at 40 points, Ashwin AK is yet to score, and I guess we have Lucky Tron leading this quiz with 55 points. So I guess we have done with the 3 rounds. Now we have the last round remaining. So the last round is an interesting one and a little different. So it says reverse lateral thinking. So it will again have 6 questions. Then we have plus 20 and minus 20. Now in this reverse lateral thinking, what I will do is I will tell you the answer, and you have 5 clues on your screen. That is A, B, C, D, E. So what you have to say is which of the 5 options does not connect to the answer that I will give. Okay, so 2 options will not connect to that. So it's up to you. You can either tell me both or you can tell any one. For each, it is plus 10 and minus 10. You can tell only one or you can go for both. If you tell me the both, you will get plus 20, and the simultaneous minus 20. However, if you tell me any one, then you will get plus 10, or if it is wrong, then minus 10. However, if you tell one correct and one wrong, then you will get back to nil. So I guess all are clear with the rules. So remember, you have to tell me those clues which does not relate to the answer. Okay, for
So
example,
Shobik, just one question. So now you're saying that. So for example, let's say in a question I know one, I'll just buzz on every question and take plus 50, right? If I'm saying a hypothetical scenario and I don't know the second one, so isn't that a little weird in your opinion? Like, shouldn't you ask the person to say both in one go ideally? I'm just asking. I could be wrong.
mm, okay, yeah. So the
Because
point,
you have only one attempt per question, right? So if I know the it's henna, because you're going to allow only one attempt per question and not a second attempt. So anything else to say? But
yeah, that's a logical thing brought up by Nachitor. But yes, Vivin, considering this clause of plus 10 and minus, you have to either tell me both or nothing. Okay, so again, for however, the points for each clue will be 10 or minus 10. So for example, you said both, and one is right and one is wrong. You did both right, you did plus 20, and you did both wrong, you did minus 20. Okay, so we have, so I guess all are clear with the rules. So just remember, you have to tell the answer which does not connect to the said answer. Okay, so we are good to go. Starting with this round, first question coming up on the screen now. So the answer to this is Microsoft. You have to tell me which does not connect to Microsoft. So we have Zaman on the buzzer. Yes, Zaman. What do you think?
Okay, I'll say B is not connected to Microsoft.
Okay, and you have to tell fast. You can't take time.
And D, I'll say B and D.
B and D for what? You have to spell. B and. Please
Yeah,
tell.
B and D. B for bat and D for dot.
D for dot. Okay. So it's a 0 to Zaman. Okay, so like we have a IBM part, that's the node of IBM, so that does not link to Microsoft. And D, it is the old node of Microsoft. So the answer would have been Shazam, as it is not a subsidiary of Microsoft, it's a subsidiary of Apple. So since you said one correct and one wrong, so you got to nil. So remember guys, you have to be fast. If you press the buzzer, you have to be tell the answer immediately. You can't take time to think. Otherwise, it would be unfair for the other participants. Okay, so next question coming up on the screen now. The answer is Jeanette. Okay, so we have Ashwin on the buzzer. Yes, Ashwin.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I'll go with Otis.
Okay, Otis and
Otis and B, the cap, Coke cap,
okay. So
cap, cap.
again, yeah,
B and C.
B and C.
B
Okay,
and C.
so you are partly correct, partly wrong. Yeah, indeed, Otis doesn't have any relation to Jeanette, but the B was right, as that was an inspiration. The crown was an inspiration for Mr. Jeanette to create the razor blade. So the answer would have been the D, the Rockefeller Foundation. It doesn't have any link to Jeanette. Verne Corporation is a book authored by Mr. Jeanette, and Oran B is indeed a subsidiary of Jeanette. So again, nil to Ashwin AK. So they score 0 points. Okay, so this round seems to be interesting one for the participants. So now we have, okay, just a minute. Oh shit. Okay, just 2 seconds, guys. It is we have some technical glitch. अरे भाई चार्ज तो हो रहा है ना? ठीक है 2% होने दो।
40 से 1%
नो इश्यूज। इसमें है and इसमें है। मैं शायद मेरा नेट यूज़ कर रहा हूँ बट मैं मेरा नेट यूज़ कर रहा हूँ। अरे ये मैं वोटर दिया तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा।
बैक पूरा फर्स्ट स्लाइड लेके जाओ और बाद में कर।
बहुत दिक्कत हो जाएंगी रे।
ये डिस्कनेक्टेड होगा तो वैसे भी क्वेश्चंस नहीं दिख रहे।
ठीक है अगर क्वेश्चन नहीं है तो देख लेंगे।
हाँ